Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming back to another episode of our podcast, A While Back. Today, we have a very crowded, unique, but outstanding cast for today's episode. We have, in order, we have my sister Brenda, we have my sister-in-law Kim, and her daughter, what is your name, young lady? Sophia. We have Grandpa as usual. And then we have this outstanding young man. What is your name, sir? Tyler, all right. And then we have my wife, Marty, with us today. This is going to be a fun video. Yes. This is not something that we had even a question for. It's completely impromptu. It's going to be one of those things where we're not sure what's going to happen either. And we're looking forward to this. So, without further ado, I'm going to title this one, Our Better Halves. Because everybody here, except for myself and Grandpa, are young ladies. And it's going to be a whole different... the big man himself. This is all going to be about the ladies here on set today. All right, but let's get started. So, each one's going to introduce themselves. Brenda, we're going to start with you.
I'm Brenda. My sons are Jarrett, who's married to Mahogany, Jacob and Justin behind the camera, and I am the third in line to the siblings. And as they say, third time's the charm.
I think that's only a baseball as a strikeout, but okay. All right. Kim?
You gotta win them.
I'm Kimberly Pekar. I am married to the youngest, Stephen Pekar. And this is Sophia and Tyler, the youngest grandchildren out of 10.
Out of 10? You're number 10, bro. All right. We all know Grandpa. There's no introduction there. Who are you, young lady?
I'm Marty. I'm Bert's wife. And I think everyone knows by now that we have two sons, Zach and Kyle. And we've been married 27 years.
Feels like 100.
No, I know. We've been married I know how many years we've been married. I'm teasing you. We've been married 27 years.
Right, exactly. So that's everybody in order. The two little ones, Sophia and Tyler, they're going to probably get a little bit tired. I'm guessing pretty quick, so we're going to try to run through this as fast as we can. Because almost 30 minutes is going to be a little bit long for them.
Yes.
So let's get started. So Brenda, you've had an episode already. But what I want to do is I want to start out with Kim, and Marty will be next. Right. So, Kim, thank you for being on the episode today.
I'm so happy to be here.
I know we
really appreciate it.
Kim. It was impromptu, and y'all did it at the spur of the moment. So, absolutely. So, thank y'all very much for doing it. Thank you, Sophia, for helping. Tyler, I knew you'd help. You're the man. All right.
Fisherman, too.
Absolutely, he is. Yesterday, Tyler caught a fish that was almost as big as he is.
Right.
And he reeled it in himself.
Yes,
sir, he did.
Yes, he did.
And yesterday, Sophia was playing Go Fish with me, and she won every game. I can't believe I lost to you every single game yesterday.
I won like 5 or 6, probably.
I know, that's unbelievable.
6, right.
I was the Go Fish expert, and you beat me. That's terrible. But let's...
And I reeled that fish on by myself.
All by yourself.
Sure did. All by yourself.
Outstanding. That's
that
big,
was
man.
outstanding.
I can see the muscles already growing on you, man. All right. All right, so Kim, let's get started with your first question. You're the absolute newest sibling in-law to the family. So tell us a little bit about what your first interactions or impressions were when Stephen brought you out here to meet both Grandpa and Grandma. What did you think at the time?
So, when I will have to say that it explained a lot, meeting Stephen's family all the way around into why he is the way he is. Like, it explains a lot.
And that's a compliment, right?
It is. It's a great compliment because I understood why he would go fishing all weekend and come back sunburned and beat down and tired. And he has a great work ethic from like Pa and is always willing to like do stuff on his own. So I got to learn a lot about him by being around his family.
All right, outstanding. And what did you think of Grandpa and Grandma when you first met her?
Loved Grandma and Grandpa.
All right.
Loved them. Grandma is hardcore. She keeps him in line as much as possible, which he needed. So, yes.
And the good thing is we already know both your mom and dad and your brother, and when you came into the family, it was outstanding. We all loved you the minute we've met you. So, and it's been going great. I mean, we still have this one that's a problem, but other than that, everything else is good. This is my boy. This is my boy. This is my boy.
I'm not a problem.
To me, you are, because you're so mean to me. You make me cry.
I am not.
All right.
She's so sweet.
So now let's go on to the second person. Marty, let us find a little bit about your first impressions when I brought you out here the first time to meet Mom and Dad and Brenda, Brian, and Stephen. What was your first impression? What did you think? And did you have any idea what you were getting into?
No, and I was scared to death to meet your family
And why was that?
because of the stories you were saying. Bart told me that his mother was his stepmother. And so,
She's gonna love that.
anyway, I knew Brian because Brian was in school with us.
Right.
So I had already met Brian. I had not met Brenda or your parents. I do remember the first time I met them.
Right.
But yeah, the first time I came out here, I was scared to death. And you know what? I think we weren't even dating yet, were we?
To be honest, I don't remember.
When
I
we
think
were,
we were.
well, the reason I say that, everyone, is because we were in college together.
Oh, that's right. That's
And
right.
we were biology majors, and so for our classes
It was a skeleton we were doing.
we were building a skeletal system.
Right.
And mine was a rabbit.
Right.
And I needed rabbits, and so he brought me here, and it took us, several rabbits, but we built the system. I was able to design my system, but anyway, I bring that up because I don't think we were dating yet.
We may not
We
have
were
been.
just
I don't-
friends. We were friends.
That was 28, 29 years ago. I
No,
don't
it was
remember
longer
exactly.
than that.
Okay, well, I don't remember.
It was closer to
Yeah.
30 years ago.
Okay.
So,
Okay, but finish the story. What all did he say?
okay, going back. Yeah, I
So-
did get off track.
How many times did I tell you Dad had been married prior to our current mom?
It was several.
I think if I remember correctly, I said that Dad was currently married to his fourth wife at the time.
Probably.
And then when she met
Oh my
Mom,
God.
Mom corrected it really quick. But that was
Well,
funny.
after she found out, that's
After
what
she
I
found
thought.
out, that was funny. Because Marty had no idea that she
No.
was my real mom, even
I
though she
didn't.
says I'm adopted.
I didn't.
Well, he really was. He really
So-
was adopted.
All right. So, Brenda, you said you had a question. What kind of question were you going to ask?
Well, Kim, didn't you have the same kind of situation Marty did with coming in? Weren't you told some stories?
Not so many stories.
About
I
how
can
our
bring
family
in
was.
the other brother, Brian. When I first came,
He's not here to defend himself,
I
but you
know.
can go on and say something.
the first time I came was Thanksgiving. And
Okay.
I spent it with the whole family.
Right?
And since I was younger than Steven, Brian brought me into a room, sat me down on a couch. As soon as I walked in the door, he's like, "We have to talk." And I was like, "Okay." So we sit down and we talk, and he's like, "What are your intentions with my little brother? We need to know right now." And I was like, "Oh my goodness."
Poor Kim.
And did you believe that?
Yes. And then, so it was funny, but yes, that was when I first came in. It was like, they're serious.
See, and I didn't get that Brian. I got the young Brian. So.
Yeah, well, you already knew
Yeah.
Brian from college.
Yes. So
Yeah.
he,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he didn't act like that back then.
Yeah, but by that point in time, he was able to put up quite an act for Kim.
That's funny.
All right, so
But talking
There
about
you go.
these two rascals, I call them rascals. Grandma calls them her
I called her a
angels.
problem.
They're angels.
And the reason I call them rascals is because one day they love to hear stories. And one day they cornered me out there on the patio, and one pushed me in from one side, and the other one pushed me in from the other side. And they said, "Grandpa, you're going to tell us a story about how you were when you were little." I said, "Oh, really?" So I think way back, and I'm thinking, and finally I come up with the story. And I tell him, I said, okay, y'all want to hear a story? I'll tell y'all a story. So I told him about this time when I had this nice slingshot. I made me a slingshot out of the mulberry tree. And I said, it was always a jackrabbit out there. Every time I went to feed the cows or the pigs or the chickens, this big old jackrabbit would jump out in front of me. And I started talking to him, and I said, this jackrabbit would jump out in front of me. So I took my slingshot, and I shot him, and I hit him in the back. And when I hit him in the back, he looked at me. And lucky there was a mulberry tree just 10 feet away from me. That jackrabbit came after me. And he chased me up that mulberry tree. And when he chased me up that mulberry tree, I could see his teeth just sticking out. And I said, oh, this jackrabbit is rabid. And then I could see Sophia's eyes get this big, Tyler's eyes get this big. And I said, and I sat there and I hollered for Grandpa, hey, Grandpa, where you at? This jackrabbit's about to eat me up. And no answer. So I sat there, and after a while, I remember Grandpa always said, take this whistle, and if you need help, whistle. So I reached in my pocket, and I pulled out the whistle, and there the carrot fell out.
Oh.
Fell to the bottom of the ground, and this jackrabbit started eating that carrot, and after he ate that carrot, he went away, and I hadn't any more problems with that jackrabbit. Remember that?
All the rabbit wanted is a carrot. That's the only reason he was chasing
Right.
them.
He wanted the carrot.
And
Exactly.
He wanted all the carrots.
That's
he
right.
did.
But Mo said those were never true.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, Sophia.
well, you wanted
Thank
a
you.
story. You didn't ask me for a true story.
Oh.
Those were never true. He made that one out.
Yes, he did, Sophia.
He made
Thank
that
you.
one out.
Tyler knew it too.
Tyler knew it too.
That's
I
just great.
remember the day Mom told us it
Right.
wasn't. I remember even Rocky's not here.
Well, Rocky's over there somewhere. We don't know where he's
Yeah,
at.
we don't know either.
But you remember the day Mom told you what?
Maybe he got lost in the woods
He
or
may
something.
Yeah, that kind of story.
I remember the day Mom told us that the Paul's stories were fake. They were fake.
So, do you
Hey.
believe Paul after that story anymore? Good.
Hey, what did your mama tell you
You
about?
never told a real
every-
story. You never told Paul that.
Right.
Yeah,
Another
but I
thing-
thought when I
But she
said
does now.
tell us when you were a little kid,
Right.
I thought he knew a
No.
true story.
No, he doesn't. Grandpa's
he
just
does
making up
not.
stuff.
Yeah,
Right,
He just
Tyler
making
knows.
us stuff.
Thank you, Tyler.
You know,
So I think the biggest problem with that story is the fact that these were young kids. He's talking about a rabid rabbit chasing after him. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little bit embarrassed, but to be more honest, I would expect nothing less from
But
Grandpa.
okay, wait, but hold on. They get the stories. We got the candy making. Well, the
Oh.
candy stuck to the pan, so it was never
That was
anything
terrible.
edible.
Right, that was absolutely
Right.
terrible. Absolutely
What is
terrible.
that story?
Oh my
You
God.
can't even eat Grandpa's candy because he tried to make it.
He tried to make candy from, his mother or grandma would make chocolate candy or something, and he got everything wrong because
Right.
it stuck to the pan and it would never come out. It was hard as a rock, and he expected us to want to eat it.
So let me get back to Kim again because I want to make sure when I got Kim here, I can get some questions out of her. So Kim, how long have you and Stephen been married now?
8 years.
8 years. Is it still like you're in your honeymoon phase, Kim?
Yes. Yes, it is. We have these two littles to
So-
make it that
And
way.
I know these two absolutely keep y'all running like crazy. But give us some advice because I ask literally everybody the same kind of question. Give us some advice that you would give to a new couple on what will help them maintain a strong and faith-filled marriage going forward because you and Stephen are great examples of that. So if you could go on and give us what advice you would have.
communication and honesty.
Very good.
So that's it. Communication is key because whatever's on your mind, whatever you have to say, just speak it, and then you work out the rest.
Absolutely.
Good advice.
The only bad thing about communication with these two is one of them is going to tell everybody everything. Yeah, you.
Get it.
And I don't know.
So-
I don't know about communication, but if Steven is like me, I like to clamp up.
She is not a problem.
Really?
I'm so getting you after this.
Oh, I'm
There
gonna,
you go.
I'm gonna give you kisses after
No,
this.
you're not.
Yes,
no,
I am.
you're not. No, you're not. No.
Grandpa says he clamps up, but when he gets in the house, he just runs his mouth nonstop. So, Marty, your next question. Same
Yep.
kind of question as Kim, and remember, I'm sitting right next to you. But what is your best advice you could give to new couples to help them maintain a strong and faith-filled marriage going forward?
Well, everyone always says communication.
Right.
And, you know, I think appreciation too.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
can you elaborate on that?
Yes,
That's a good one.
Yeah, appreciate I appreciate everything you do for me,
I know
and
you
for the
do.
kids, and for our family,
And that works vice versa.
It
I mean, That's
does.
what makes
Yeah.
it a
Both ways.
good
Yeah.
marriage.
Absolutely.
That is
He's really
Yeah.
good. He always puts me first. He always puts our children, even though they're grown, he puts them first. And I think that's very important. But he appreciates me, and I appreciate him. And
Absolutely. And after 27 years, it's still working.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like Grandpa and Grandma, going to be 53 years, and they're still going strong. So,
and it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
No,
I know.
it doesn't.
It doesn't.
it
It
doesn't,
just-
not at all.
I love you more now than I did.
I
Me?
the
Oh, I'm
exact
not
same
saying
way
that.
that.
I did.
Oh, can you give him a kiss for her?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh man.
So now, Dad, you said you had a question. What kind of question did you have for anyone?
Oh well, I was going to ask, I guess Marty about her teaching career. I know you're a teacher, right? Has the teaching deal has changed a lot since you first started? I know it has, but
Oh yes,
How
that
much?
pendulum swings.
uh-huh.
Well, the content, changes, but I don't know. I change too. I grow with it.
Right.
And, with the new advances in technology, when I first started, we used the risograph, and now everything's just digital. And I
Absolutely.
just
Right.
create the lessons, digitally. Right now, especially. But a lot has changed, but I love it.
Yeah.
I love what I do.
Well, how long have you been teaching?
28 years.
28, going to be 29
Yeah.
pretty soon. Absolutely.
Mhm.
And that's a long time. And it's a long time to be doing something that you love, which is outstanding. So that's really good.
And I've got
Well,
a
when you
question.
love what you do, it's not a
It's
job.
easy.
Right, there you go.
I've got a question for Kim. Kim, how did that change your life when you became a mother of two young children like this? Did it change your life in a different way?
It was definitely for the better
Oh,
because
okay.
then I got to grow and learn with them. And so, yeah, it was definitely for the better. I was lucky enough and I got to take a year off when they were both born. So I got to spend quality time with them when they were newborns. And then it just
good.
built a bond between us that mommy's the favorite, right?
I don't know. Who's the favorite? Mommy or daddy?
Mommy.
Ah, you were supposed to say daddy. Come on, man. You're supposed to say daddy.
Who takes you fishing? Daddy?
Yeah, daddy does. See, you mean to say daddy. I
I
know.
always cuddle with Mom.
That's okay,
Yeah,
Mom.
always cuddles with mom.
So sweet.
All right. So,
Kathy's not here, but
Oh,
I'm going to
yeah.
say
Mom.
I have the best sister-in-laws out of anybody. We get along great. We're like sisters. If I need something, I can pick up the phone and call, and it's vice versa. They can do the same with me as well. And as far as our kids too, same thing. They look out for my kids like I look out for theirs. And again, I say again, I'm thankfully blessed for my family.
absolutely, we all are. I mean, these two are the youngest ones, but there's 8 more that are out there that we've done. A few of those have already come through that we've interviewed. But every single one is their own individual person, no matter how big their mouths are or how strong they are. Each one's an individual, outstanding person. and we couldn't be more proud of them.
Right.
And I know that one of the things that everybody in the family just absolutely makes a top priority is getting together for the holidays. So we do have Thanksgiving coming up. Unfortunately, we will not be able to be with everybody at Thanksgiving because Marty and I will be spending Thanksgiving in Dallas with our youngest son, Kyle. So it's going to be difficult at Thanksgiving. But come Christmas time, everybody should be together out here for Christmas. And I don't think there's a person in the room, person anywhere in the family that isn't looking forward to that. So we're all looking forward to Christmas as well. And why else are we looking forward to Christmas? Santa Claus, come on!
I knew that.
Not you, she said.
I knew that.
Oh, well, why didn't you say it? I thought you were going to say it. Oh, give me that face now. Okay.
The main thing that amazes me about these young kids nowadays, how they're so intellectually on that computer and stuff.
Technology based, right?
Technology based, yes. Y'all know more about it than Grandpa, and I try to learn every day, but wow.
So, for instance, what he's talking about is Sophia can open up Grandpa's phone, his iPad, and she just goes through it like nothing.
Cartoons.
She's
right?
essentially a tutorial for Grandpa when it comes to those kind of things now. Isn't that correct, Sophia? Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And I know Tyler knows the stuff inside and out too. So, okay.
But so
What were you going to say, Mark?
well, I was going to say, so we're Gen X. Our the first four grandkids, the older group are the millennials.
Millennials, right.
And then we have our Gen Zers. There's four of them.
Right.
Is it Alpha?
No idea.
I'm not sure either. I think
I
Alpha is
it's
correct.
Alpha's
Is
the-
it
I
Alpha?
think you're correct.
I feel like it's Alpha
Yes.
is the next
Wow.
generation, so we have another.
That's right. I believe so. I think you're
We have
correct. I
two
think Alpha.
alphas in the family. now.
Two alphas.
Yeah, we got
Two
two
alphas.
alphas, but it's neat that with the kids, just the grandkids alone, we have three
Well, we know who-
separate generations.
We know who the alpha male is going to be. This one right here. All right.
And we look forward to not only Christmas, but birthday parties as well. That's a big thing too. We've always celebrated birthday parties.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true. That's a lot of fun.
And another thing, these two alphas, man, they always want party oatmeal. And Pa does not like oatmeal.
Ugh.
Love oatmeal.
Ugh.
But
Me too.
You do
You
too?
do too?
Ugh.
oh, okay. Well, if y'all
Not
love
me.
it, great for y'all. I'm gonna live to be 100 without my oatmeal.
So, Sophia, do you have any questions for anybody? You don't have any questions for Grandpa? What about any more stories?
I have one for you.
Yes, what is it?
How old are you?
Oh, my
Look at the gray hair. How old is
God.
he?
Sophia, I'm
Oh,
only
Lord.
25 years old. Can you believe that? That's
No.
right.
No.
That's
How
correct.
old are you?
So, take the 2 and the 5
Oh,
and reverse them. I'm 52. Okay?
52.
52, that's right. And you are going to a private Catholic school. How do you enjoy school right now?
It's
Do you
really-
enjoy it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, good. Outstanding. All right. And you love it there?
Mhm.
How about your teacher? Do you like your
Yeah,
teacher?
yes.
All right, good. Do you have a bunch of friends there too?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good.
Who's in your classroom?
My cousin, my second cousin,
Yes.
Livy, she's in my class and she sometimes goes wild. And then this one time we were at dinner and we were FaceTiming and she just kept throwing her toys in the back of
Oh,
her head and
oh.
yes.
Wow.
So she's pretty crazy.
I was
there too.
You were
You were there too? You saw it?
You saw it too.
So,
Oh,
how do you
good.
enjoy school? You love school too?
You love school?
All right.
Yeah.
How about your teacher? Good. And how many buddies do you have? You got quite a few of them around there, I bet.
1, 2, 3.
3 buddies? All right.
Oh,
Good.
good.
All
Lots of
right.
birthday parties.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, all right. So everybody's looking forward to Christmas. We know both of you two especially. All right. So what do you want from Santa Claus this year?
OMD dolls. They're like big LOL dolls.
Oh, LOL doll.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
that makes sense to me.
OMG.
G
This
dolls
is the big
because they're
version.
big. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. And what about you, big man? What do you want?
I want a cheetah.
Okay.
A real one?
We can get you one.
Well, the one
Yeah.
where the teeth are sticking out.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
the
Grandpa will
teeth.
tell you a
Okay.
story about those, and then we'll get you one out here on Grandpa's place.
Yeah.
That sound good? All right, done deal.
I'll put it on a rope for you, Tyler, and we'll go ahead and
No,
cage it. Oh, you don't want it on a
No,
rope?
it has to be a free range
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Free
it's
exactly.
like a
range.
toy cheetah.
Like a
Oh,
toy.
a
Oh, a
toy.
toy.
Toy
Oh, I was
cheetah.
gonna get you the real thing.
No
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Oh
We're
man,
gonna go and
No,
get
that would rip everything up probably. Toy.
I could still catch it.
You're not that.
She wants a horse, Uncle Bert.
I do.
No.
A real
no
one.
horse.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No. You don't know how to ride a horse.
Oh,
No,
she
that's
is
right.
a horse
He
rider.
went there. He
Tell
went
her.
there. He went there. Get at him.
Tell her what's your horse name.
I know you know how. I'm just joking with you. Calm down. Calm down, little Miss Marty. Okay? Calm down.
I was about to go over.
Oh, I know you were, Miss
She's
Marty.
gonna go
Calm
off
down,
on
little
you,
Miss Marty.
Bert.
Calm down.
Do not call me that.
In your face. Tell him.
So, all right. So we're ready to be coming to the end of the episode. Everyone did an outstanding job for an impromptu episode. I mean, it was great.
Right.
Sophia, thank you. You did a great job.
And we have a friend, Sloan,
Uh-huh.
and we visit at her house every time.
All right. Good.
Friend
All
Sloan,
right.
they visit. Good
Outstanding.
deal.
So, Sophia, you did a great job. Thank you. Even though you were mean to Uncle Bert.
You are so getting.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tyler, you did an outstanding job, big man. Thank you very much. All right,
You're
good.
so getting me.
Apparently, I'm in a lot of trouble when this is over. But everyone did a great job. Kim, Brenda, Sophia, Tyler, Marty, thank you all very much. And
As soon as it's done, I think you better start running.
I'm going to run. Oh, I'm going to run. I'm going to run
He's
far.
gonna run.
Oh no, I'll catch you.
You might. All right, so Grandpa, what would you like to say?
I just want to say this is a Moss girl, a Moss boy, and the only time they like Pa is when Pa's going to tell them stories, or Pa plays with them.
They love
So,
Or when you get in trouble.
or when I get in trouble. Okay.
Just as,
So,
what else were you going to say, Dad?
no, that's it.
Just remember, be very careful about what you believe about Paul's stories.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm gonna ask Mom.
Thank
every
you.
time
Okay.
Make sure because Ma will tell you the truth.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right.
And if he does, he's in big trouble.
Oh,
He is.
no.
He will. Yeah, absolutely.
Big trouble.
All right. So,
Oh.
Marty, did you want to say
Paul,
anything else?
Paul,
Oh,
if
okay.
that happens, I think you better start running.
Oh, no. I can't run
You
very
too.
fast.
You two,
Grandma might
after this is
catch
over,
me.
you better start.
I'm going
running.
to take off for the tank, and I'm going to jump in there because you can't swim in deep water. So, there. You won't come after me.
Hey, fisherman, you going to tell him?
Tyler, did you want to say anything else?
Tell him. Let me tell you something else.